Ebenezer Scrooge, awake! I am the ghost of the Mercedes-Benz winter event. Your time is running out. Come, I must show you the sleek CLA. Nice, said Scrooge, but I am kind of a Scrooge. No worries, the CLA offers true Mercedes performance at a surprising price. Or check out the GLC, an SUV with the full complement of technology and performance. Give your year the happy ending it deserves at the Mercedes-Benz winter event. Now at your Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Hello, everyone. I want to welcome you to the introduction episode of a brand new true crime podcast called Criminology. My name is Mike Ferguson. I currently host a couple of podcasts, True Crime All the Time and True Crime All the Time Unsolved. And now I'll turn it over to my partner for this podcast and let him make his introduction.
Hey, everybody. My name is Mike Morford, but all my friends call me Morph, so you can too. Many of you may know me on my social media accounts by the handle True Crime Guy. I'm a true crime researcher and blogger. You can find me at my websites, truecrimeguy.com and zodiackillersite.com.
All right, Morph. So let's tell the people what they can expect from this brand new podcast, Criminology. Well, one thing we know for sure, Morph, is that this is going to be different than the other podcasts that I do currently, True Crime All the Time and True Crime All the Time Unsolved. You know, on those, we pick a new case every week. And with Criminology, we're going to do seasons. And each season is going to be a very in-depth look at one case. So we're talking, probably 8 to 10 episodes per season on one case.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to look at some cases in depth. We're really going to go deep and get the facts of the case and tell a story and include all the relevant information, the things you know, the things you might not know about these cases, and bring the whole story to the audience.
Well, and that's one thing that is very tough with a lot of podcasts, and mine included. You know, when you're trying to tell a story in what is essentially an hour and a half, right? That's not a lot of time to get in to the weeds, to get in every fact, to get in interviews, and a lot of the things you just have to pick and choose.
Yeah, some cases you just can't do justice in an hour, hour and a half. There's some cases that are really monumental cases, a lot of nuts and bolts to them, and we want to do those cases justice and bring them to the audience in a way that they can follow along from the beginning to the end and get all the facts. Yeah, so season 1 is going to be about the infamous Zodiac killer from California, one of the biggest true crime mysteries in American history. I think it's an important case for anybody to hear about and learn about that's interested in true crime. And it's definitely one that gets a lot of attention with good reason. It's got a lot of twists and turns, some compelling pieces of mystery and ciphers and all kinds of cool stuff that we're going to get into. It's a big case, and it's one that you can't do in an episode or two. You know, to tell the story from beginning to end, you really need to go in depth and do it over several episodes, which is what we're going to do. And I'm happy to be doing it. I've spent the last 10 years researching and studying the case, and I'm pretty excited about it, as is, I'm sure, Mike.
When we started talking about this, Morph, I've always been fascinated with the Zodiac case. It is the most intriguing unsolved cases out there. And I think it's like that for a lot of people. There have been some podcasts that have covered Zodiac and actually have done a good job. But in an episode or 2 episodes or something like that, and like we talked about, this case is so massive, there's no way that you can get all the details in. So even though, you know, these podcasts have done a great job, more if we're going to go into detail over an 8 to 10 episode arc that has never been done before.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, Mike. You know, some of the podcasts that you're mentioning, I've been a guest on discussing the Zodiac case, and they've done a good job with the allotted time that they did have for the case, but it's really hard to go into this case from A to Z in 1 to 2 hours. To do the case justice, it's such a big case, you really need to take your time and go through it. And that's something we're going to try and do and cover it from start to finish and show the audience just how big a case this really is.
All right, Morph. So we talked about what the podcast is going to be. We've talked about what the first season of the podcast is going to be. And now we would ask everybody to subscribe to the podcast, go out. Morph's already got social media set up, Twitter, Facebook. You can find it all by searching for Criminology Podcast. And if you follow us, we'll send out updates as we get closer to the first episode launch. All right, Morph. So as we wrap this up, let's leave everybody with a few snippets of the things that we've been working on so that everybody can get a taste of what to expect in this upcoming season 1 of Criminology.
Sergeant, could you briefly describe what apparently happened last night?
Yes, we had a double homicide that took place out on a county road about sometime after 11 o'clock last night. A double homicide involving victims were a 16-year-old girl and a 17-year-old boy.
Do you have any idea what the possible motive might be for this killing?
We have no motive at this time.
I want to report a double murder. I also killed those kids last year. Goodbye.
Early last Saturday evening, Celia Shepard and Brian Hartnell, both in their early 20s, were sitting on this knoll of land overlooking part of Lake Berryessa. They thought they were alone, but there was a third man on this knoll, a man who wore a medieval-style executioner's hood, carried a knife and gun, and intended to use them.
And the guy told him to take the money. He said, I don't want it. Says, all I want to do is kill you people. I have to kill you.
I like killing people because it is so much fun.
In his violent movements, or rather the violent periods that he has been in, he's an absolutely ruthless, completely merciless killer.
But even seeing him, I think any psychiatrist would say that this man is sick, sick, sick.
This is a Zodiac speaking.
Ebenezer Scrooge, awake! I am the ghost of the Mercedes-Benz winter event. Your time is running out. Come, I must show you the sleek CLA. Nice, said Scrooge, but I am kind of a Scrooge. No worries, the CLA offers true Mercedes performance at a surprising price. Or check out the GLC, an SUV with the full complement of technology and performance. Give your year the happy ending it deserves at the Mercedes-Benz winter event. Now at your Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.